So you have done quite a lot of things and been involved in lots of different companies. And maybe my first question is, how do you manage to move from one to the other? And is it all about the choices or about recognising opportunities, or?
It's about recognising opportunities, and it's about surrounding yourself with staff who you can trust to do what needs to be done. And it's actually really difficult. When I first moved away from ProbeLogic to this new venture, doing this subsea scanner, I was so worried that ProbeLogic was going to sort of crash in a heap. But we've got some fantastic staff there, and I was actually shocked how much they didn't really notice I'd left, which was kind of upsetting. But they do a great job, you know, and so that's exactly what I would have liked to see happen, but it did make me a little bit sad.
Let's go back to the earlier days, because I guess with each successful foray into some new technology, you become a little bit more, not just experienced, but a bit more confident, would you say?
Definitely.
So how did you get that confidence to even get started?
Yeah, so you've got to believe in yourself. And like my business partner saying, yes, we can do that in a meeting with a large oil and gas company, no idea how we're going to be able to do that, but he knew we'd be able to figure it out. And it's not that he's lied to them or said something, he just knew we'd be able to figure it out. And so you've got that sort of a little bit of daring, little bit sort of bold, I guess, but still having the confidence. There was no doubt we would be able to do it. And I think that's what you've got to have. You've got to believe in yourself. But to get started, I mean, from what I saw talking to you guys in the room down there, you guys have had some amazing experience doing your research. A lot of you come from research backgrounds. Take that and know that you are the leaders in what you do, and believe in yourself and talk confidently on it.
So when we started today's session, we started with a conversation about why. And I mentioned Simon Sinek earlier, and everyone has watched his Start With Why video. And I'm just wondering whether you have a why and how important you feel that might be for the people in the room.
I think for me, the why is definitely not money. That doesn't get me up in the morning at all. I just literally love what I do. And I'll give you an example. I don't really like taking a lot of time away from my family to work long hours, but I still work long hours. And the way I manage to do that is I have the ultimate flexibility. So I typically drop my kids off in the morning. If I can go in and help in the school, in the library with the computers, with the kids, I'll do that. So I give them as much as I possibly can. But Saturday mornings, my family likes to sleep in till sort of 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I can get up at 4, I can head into the office, and I can get a good 2 or 3 hours in without upsetting the work sort of family life balance. And I can do the same on Sunday as well. And then they go to bed at sort of 9 o'clock. So I typically don't go into the office at night, but I can sit on my computer at home and I can work on things till midnight. That's no problem, you know, and then get up at 5 the next morning. That's no problem. So I guess the why for me is when 4 o'clock, I don't set an alarm clock, but when 4 o'clock strikes in the morning, I typically go, I would be good to get up and do some stuff, but I actually want to get up. I want to get in the office. I'm excited to get up on a Sunday morning and go to the office and work on the stuff that I'm working on. So I guess that's the why. Being self-employed gives me the ability to do that in the way I want to do it. I don't have someone else sort of breathing down my neck saying you have to do it this way. You know, I wouldn't enjoy that. So for me, it's just the flexibility of that.
Interesting, because we did hear from a guy who's started off with just a job that paid for his schooling, and now he's got this massive company, and his message was, if it's about the money, probably not the best motivator.
No, definitely not. Money doesn't motivate people at all. And it's the same when you employ staff. You know, you think, oh, I'll pay them more and they'll work hard. It doesn't work. It's not a motivator at all. As soon as they've got enough money, then they don't care.
And the vision, the shared vision for the company, do you think that that's an important
I think it is. I think it is. there's also a lot of companies spend a lot of time sitting down in boardroom meetings trying to decide what their vision is, which I think is a complete waste of time. I think the vision doesn't have to be we're out there saving the world. When we tried having one of these meetings for ProbeLogic and what is our vision, and our vision was to ensure that all probes are up to standard because it's going to save lives and blah, blah, blah. It's not our vision, you know. Our vision is basically to, you know, to go out there. It is to expand, to probably have labs throughout the world that our staff can go to and spend time over there if they want to and things like that. That's probably more our realistic vision. And I think if you have a vision statement that's just crazy, then people kind of look at you like you're silly. You know, I think you need to be realistic about it. So, and if it is realistic, then they'll actually be able to work to that vision.
Yeah.
I think then it makes sense for them.
How did you negotiate the financial deal with the investor whereby they didn't take shares but they took rights? Or did you negotiate it, or did you?
Yeah, we did. Fortunately, it sort of worked better for them that way as well. But we're basically all sitting in a room and we said, well, how's this going to work? And I think it was me, I said, look, you need this product. We'll build it, we'll own it, we have the IP and everything. You have exclusive rights to distribute it as long as you hit this, and this metric. Does that work for you? And he's like, yep, shook hands, and a contract was drawn up. So I guess that might not be the right approach depending on what your business looks like, but there are other options, because a lot of the time you don't want to give up shares in your business. But the other thing is as well, if you are giving up shares in your business, be aware that you know 50% of a big number is better than 100% of nothing. So that's something to be aware of.